Yeah, hi students. I am Dr. Badrinath. In this video, we will see the compartment models in the subject of biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetics. Keep in your mind, this is my second video. Okay, this is first video, pharmacokinetic models. This is first video. In this video, I have already explained this slide. What is complete classification of the pharmacokinetic models? I have already explained in that first video. Okay, so in this video, we will see only the compartment models, physiological model, distributed model. This part we will complete in this video, right? Okay, and model independent approach, that is non-compartment model, I will make another video. First one is the compartment model, right? See, in this compartment model, body is considered as a several compartments. Number of compartments, we are imagination. This is not really the compartments. We know body is very complex in nature. That's why we are imagining as a number of compartments. Okay, you can imagine as a body as a one compartment, then you can call it as a one compartment body. See here, body is considered as several compartments. One compartment you can imagine, two compartment you can imagine multi compartment also, like this. See here, how many compartments are there here? 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 into 4, 24 compartments. Like that we are imagining in one compartment there is a liver, in one compartment there is a heart, in one compartment there is a blood. Like that we can imagine. For our easy calculations, we are imagining as a, see here, this is cardboard box. Entire body we are considering as a only one compartment. That is one compartment model. Okay, so this is a compartment and definition. If you see the definition, see, compartment models are defined as a classical pharmacokinetic models that simulation, that is very important word. That's why I made a video here. Here you can see the video. Simulation, everything is simulation. Really there is no animal. It is graphics only. In the graphics only, this is called a simulator games. We played already. We simulator games. Okay, very easy to play also. Really it will not die. Really car is not there, really animal is not there, but we are imagination with the help of a computer. Here also same thing, we are imagining our body simulation. That is very important. In the future this world is going to rock. That point you have to keep on. Now itself in the MPharmcy level they are asking about what are the simulators. In body also we have to simulate in the kinetics of the ADMA with a little physiological detail. This is a traditional method. It is most commonly used approach. Okay, do not have any real physiological meaning. Everything is artificial only. That's why this doesn't have any real physiological model. Do not have any anatomical meaning also. See, liver in the box, we kept in one box liver. Really, liver is there in one box and one side of the body? No. We are imagination. That's why. Okay, it is everything is a fictive. See here, fiction. See the last point. All these points you have to write in the examination. It is a fiction. It is a virtual. It is a assumptions. It is a hypothesis. Hypothesis. It is just imagination. Yeah. Now you can come to the only compartment models. If you come, there is a based on their arrangements, how they are arranged. Two types are there. One is mammillary model. Number two is a catenary model. Quaternary or catenary. Both are can use it. You can keep R here or not. Catenary. You can keep the R also, no problem. Quaternary or catenary. And mammillary model. What is the basic difference between these two models? Means here, see, body I imagined as a three compartment. See here, one compartment, one. Three. Here also I imagined as a body as a three compartments. 1, 2, 3. Then what is the difference? What is the based on arrangement of the compartments? What are the basic difference means? Here, keep in your mind. Always there is one central compartment in the mammillary model. One central compartment is there. Remaining all are called as a peripheral compartments, which are attached directly to the central compartment. That is a main feature of the this one. See here, this is a C1. Always C1 is the central compartment. Okay, right. C2 is a peripheral. C2 have a direct link with the C1. And C3 is one more compartment, that is peripheral compartment. It is having a direct link with the C1. Okay, so number of compartments. If suppose say one more compartment, it is also having a direct link with the C1 only. C4, C5, C6, C7. How many compartments peripheral are there? It is not a problem. All are having a direct link with the central compartment. That's why this is called a mammillary. Mammillary means we know that it is a milk productive animals. Mammillary. We know biology very well. We know that mammillary means milk productive. See, this is a central compartment like that. See how the babies are taking the milk from the mother. Okay. That's why this is all these are the peripheral compartments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 peripheral compartment, and this is a central compartment. That's why this is called as a mammillary. Name itself, it comes from the animal only. Mammillary. Okay, and each, keep in your mind, each compartment do not have their own one peripheral compartment do not have link with another peripheral link, another peripheral compartment. Okay, like that. All each and every peripheral compartment having a direct link with the central compartment. Whereas a catenary model, it is a, see here C1, it is a one main compartment. Okay, just like train engine. Peripheral compartments are following the main compartment. Like that, we are imagining our body just like a train. That's why this is also called as a train type model. See, C2 is a peripheral, C3 is peripheral compartment, C2 is having a link with the C1. Whereas a C3 do not have direct link with the C1. C3 is having a link with the C2. If C4 is there, C4 is having a link with the C3. Like that. First main, next compartment, next compartment, next compartment. It goes on like that only. Only one compartment is having a direct link with the main compartment, central compartment, or we can call it as a main compartment, just like a main engine, just like a rail engine. And keep in your mind, always drug is administered, drug is eliminated from the only central compartment. That is very, very important. Here also from main compartment only. Okay, all these are mentioned as a C1, C2, C3, C4 like that. And see here, drug is administered here through orally. Okay, that's why this is starts with this. We are taking as a 0 and K01. See, this is one first compartment. That's why it is K. It is a rate constant. Absorption from 0 from outside, it is coming to the first compartment. That's why it is called a 0, 1. Okay, that's why here you have to write a K01. Whereas here drug is eliminating. When the drug is eliminating, see the rate constant of the elimination, K, from 1 to it is going to outside. That's why here 0 we are mentioned. 1, 0. See here rate constant distribution here, K, 1, 2. From first compartment to second compartment, there was distribution. That's why it is called as a K, 1, 2. Redistribution, back distribution, K, 2, 1. Like that, very easy, 2, 1. See here, K, 1, 3. This is called as a. Whereas this one, K, 3, 1. In the same fashion here also, drug is administered K, 0, 1. K10, K12, K23, K23, K23 here, see. Okay, K21 here. Okay, like that. Very easy. Quaternary model, I think you got the basic difference. Central means plainly you can keep in your mammillary model. That is also called as a satellite model. See here, why we are calling in the textbook itself, they are given as a directly as a satellite model, mammillary model, right? Why this is called a satellite model? Means this is one compartment, this is one compartment having a direct link with the central compartment. See here. That's why this is called as a mammillary model. This is called as a quaternary model. This is called as a mammillary model, satellite model. Whereas a quaternary model comes called as a train type. Okay, yeah. Now we'll see the mammillary model. Arrangement of the compartment same only. Arrangement of a compartment in the manner. So, okay, connection having a satellite. See here, just like a satellite to the planet. How we are sending. This is the same what I have already explained. And central compartment is always you are mentioning as a 1. This is compartment 1. This is in this what we are imagination, plasma, highly perfused blood organs. All are in central compartment only, such as a lung, liver, kidney, always floating in the blood. Always all these highly perfused, highly blood supply to the lung, highly blood supply to the liver. So blood is nothing but all these organs are also having a floating in the blood. Like that you can imagine. Okay, so that's why all are we kept in the central compartment. Now peripheral compartment always denoted by the 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, right there. These are all the other organs. And keep in your mind, elimination occurs from the central compartment only. Okay. Movement of the drug between the compartment is defined by the same characteristic rate constant denoted by the K. All these are the K. Okay. And how to calculate the K also I will tell you. This is for IV route. Keep in your mind, IV route doesn't have any absorption. Very, very important point. Directly, drug is entered into the blood circulation. Directly into the blood. So there is no absorption at all. IV infusion or IV injection. IM injection is having absorption. From muscle, it has to enter into the blood. Rectal is there. Remaining all are except IV route. That point you have to keep in your mind strongly. No absorption. Okay. So IV administration, number R is nothing but number of constants. See here, this is a drug is administered. So absorption is there. That means that it is not IV route. Okay, absorption is there. It is nothing but a oral route or rectal route or IM route, whatever it may be. So how many constants are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. How to calculate all these 6 constants? By using this formula. For IV route, this is for IV route formula. Oh, so this is not IV route. For extravascular, remaining all are called as extravascular. I will tell you what are the routes. Except IV, remaining all are called as a extravascular. In extravascular, R is equal to 2 into N. N is equal to number of compartments. So how many compartments here? 1, 2, 3 is there. So okay, 3 into 2, 6. So how many are there here? We counted 6 is there. 6 constants are there. Like that, very easy to calculate and very easy to remember also if you follow the systematically. See, this is an extravascular route. See the pointer, see the cursor. Extravascular means absorption is there. Oral route, topical route, intranasal route, inhalation route, rectal route, any routes having a absorption except the IV route. IV route is having a no absorption of a drug. Drug is entered directly into the systemic circulation. Okay, right, number 1. Open model. What is the open means? Elimination will be there in the diagram. If elimination is there, then you can say it is open model. If elimination is not there, drug is always accumulating in the body, then you can say it is a closed model because closed. Okay, this is open model. Elimination is there. Since it is open, absorption is there, elimination is there. Both are open, free, transparency. Okay, closed model. This is closed model. That's why the drug is not eliminating. Whenever you are writing a models, keep in your mind 4 checkpoints are there. How many compartments are there? Number of compartments. These 4 questions you have to write in the examination. Whenever you are writing the name of the model, first number of compartments. Okay. Absorption is there or not? If absorption is there, yes means extravascular route. If no means IV route. Elimination is there. Yes. Elimination is there means open model. No. Elimination is not there. It is a closed model. Either it is a mammillary model, all are attached to the central compartment, all are separated like a train model. It is a catenary model. 4 points you have to be checked. With the help of that, you can easily you can draw this one. See this model number 1 and model number 2 examples we have taken. It is a 1 compartment model. Okay, only 1 compartment is there. That's why 1 compartment. Open model. Why we are calling elimination is there? See here, this K10 is nothing but elimination. Okay, that's why this is called an open model. Okay, intravenous bolus, because absorption is not there. See here, there is no absorption. That's why it is called an intravenous bolus route, like that. And since it is only 1 compartment, we cannot differentiate either it is catenary model or it is a mammillary model. We cannot tell because only 1 compartment is there. 2 compartments also we are not able to tell. For 3 compartments onwards, we should able to tell. We can able to tell either it is catenary model or it is a mammillary model. Up to that, you cannot tell 1 compartment, 2 compartment. You cannot justify either it is a central mammillary or it is a catenary. See this one, 1 compartment. Okay, 1 compartment, open model. Why means elimination is there. Absorption is also there. That's why it is called extravascular administration, right? And now 3. It is a 2 compartments are there. See here, 2 compartments. Intravenous bolus administration because no absorption. See here, no absorption. That's why it is a IV route. Okay. Elimination is there. That's why it is called a open model. Okay. 2 compartments are there. 1, 2. Okay. Like that. See here, 2 compartment. Okay. Open model because elimination is there. Extravascular administration, because absorption is there. That's why it is a EV route, extravascular administration route. Very simple, very simple. And next is, we will see the model 5, 3-compartment model. See, 1, 2, 3. And since it is attached to central compartment, see, second compartment is attached to first compartment, third compartment is attached to that. That's why this is called as a mammillary model. Mammillary model, okay, 3-compartment, okay. Elimination is there, okay, open model. Absorption is not there. That's why it is called a IV, intravenous administration, right? Now you come here, model number 6. It is 3-compartment. Absorption is there. So IV, not IV, extravascular. Elimination is there. Open model, 3-compartment model. Very easy. Now we come to the catenary model, just like a train type. See, this is a 3-compartment. 1, 2, 3 compartments are there. Okay. Absorption is there. Yeah. Elimination is not there. See here, there is no elimination. That's why this is called a closed model. See here, closed extravascular, because absorption is there. Extravascular, 3-compartment catenary model. Here you can mention clearly either it is catenary or, because there is no central compartment. Main compartment is there. There is no central compartment, right? And these are the advantages of the compartment model, because easy calculation, etc. All this is more or less nothing but advantages of pharmacokinetic models is there. No, same only you can write in the examination. Advantages, disadvantages of the catenary compartment model. Physiological model. This is a somewhat realistic model, also known as a physiologically based pharmacokinetic model. PB, see, physiologically based pharmacokinetic model. It describes the drug disposition in terms of realistic physiological parameters. It is a real, it is somewhat real. When compared to the compartment model, it is somewhat real. Number of compartments in the model depends upon the disposition characteristics of the drug. Okay, organs such as a bone, we are not at all including bone, because bone is having a very poor perfusion, 0.02. It is the least organ in the body which supplied. Of course, blood is manufactured in the bone itself, but blood supply to the bone is very poor. Number of times this bit was appeared in examination. Find the organ of the body which is having a poorest, very poor, 0.02, whereas adipose tissue having a 0.03. It is a, from last, it is second one. So after adipose tissue, last one is the bone. Okay, both are, you have to keep in your mind, right? That is also appeared. Organs such as a bone. See, like that here, since we are not at all considering bone as an organ in this physiological model. So that's why in the model, and we are considering only rapidly equilibrium tissue, highly perfused organs like lungs, liver, brain, and kidney. Slowly perfusing organs, okay, like a muscle, adipose tissue, slow perfusing. Bone is, we are not at all considering here. That's why, see, entire diagram, there is no bone, there is no bones. Lung, rest, brain, heart, liver, kidney, muscle, skin, adipose tissue. These are the least organs. Okay, muscle, skin, these are the least. Remaining all are the heart, brain, lungs, remaining all are the highly perfused organ. This is artery. From artery, always the blood will go to the veins. Okay, that we know very well. And this is first pass metabolism, because whatever the things are observed from gastrointestinal stomach, that is a drugs or food, whatever it may be, it will go to the first liver. That's why this part is very important. First pass metabolism, that I have already explained. These are the physiological models. Two are there here. Blood flow rate limited. That's why perfusion rate limited. This is called as like a skin, adipose tissue, bone do not have a high blood supply. Those type of models are called blood flow rate limited models. And number two is a membrane permeation limited model. See, some of the tissues will not allow the drug to enter into their organs easily. They do not enter. Those type are called as a diffusion models, but these are not much important. Catenary model, mammillary model, very important that you have to. And this is a perfusion rate limited model. Two I have told now in physiological model: perfusion rate limited, diffusion limited. Perfusion rate limited, we'll see. Drug movement within a body region is more rapid, very more rapid than that of the rate of delivery. See here, than the rate of delivery to the region by the perfusion of the blood. Rate of delivery is different. Blood movement within the body is, see here, drug movement within the body is more rapid than the delivery of the drug to the corresponding organ. Okay, got the point? And this model, perfusion rate limited model, applicable only for the highly membrane permeable drugs. Highly membrane. You should not apply for the low permeable membrane. Next is diffusion rate limited. Equation for these models are very complicated. Not at all we are applying in the biopharmaceutic subject for examinations. Really also we are not using. This is applicable only for the highly polar and ionized drugs. These are some of the advantages of the physiological model. It is a very straightforward when compared to the first two things. And tissue drug concentration binding or no, then only you can use this model. If you don't know the tissue drug concentration binding, you cannot apply this model. That is one of the drawback also. Exact disposition of time profile you can be find with the help of this. This is the advantages. These are some of the disadvantages. It is not much important. And you can take a screenshot. If you want, you can take all the screenshots. This also you can take screenshot, disadvantages. And last one, distributed parameter model. It is almost similar, analog to the physiological model only. This is also having a very less important classification. You have to write very well in the examination. You take all the screenshots. Okay, right. In the next video, we will see the non-compartment model. There is no model at all. Direct calculation. Your mind will become blurred like this. Your mind will be absent because we are not using any model. Direct calculations. It is somewhat confusion. However, no problem. I will make use for you simple. Yeah, in my playlist, in my channel playlist, I kept all videos. Just you can watch it.